phone line is 07025 Okay, so let me go from the very, very, very top. Man, there's a whole lot. God, would I be able to read all of this? Start Mr. Smile. Say good morning, Lego. Good morning to you. My boss tickets. They call to underdog. They just they win. Okay, let me answer this one and see who's that. Yeah, hello. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, Ibrahim, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Very good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, I'm doing very great. How you doing?
Yeah, for me, Germany is currently Germany or Belgium are the currently working in this tournament. Even
Okay.
Belgium playing against Canada, I don't think they have even a draw in that game against Canada. I'm coming to Morocco. Morocco will beat them outright three games and the South will keep playing. For my best team in this tournament, I would say Ecuador. Ecuador for me. The, I don't see them playing well against Netherlands. And we have them to, I think they have one of the last 3 points. We have the to be back. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much for that one. Coming in from Ibrahim, all the way from Ikorodu. Yeah. Why does everybody say Ecuador is the best? France have done well.
May France don't Gary Jare. France, a lot of people expected them to do that. I said from me, though. A lot of people expected them to do that. But France beating Australia and what's their name right now? France beating Australia and that's really expected. That's really expected for me.
Really?
That's really expected for me.
They're defending champion. You were not expecting the cost of the defending champion to rub off on them.
I was 100%. But a lot of people expected
So
France
why would not giving them credit for breaking that cost and doing well? Well, Mr. Smile said, "Oh my boss, tickets they call to underdog just win well. I'm not one national team competition. I don't bet on it. I just know that there are not enough data for me to put my money on anybody. I don't know how they prepare. I don't know what state of mind the players are in. I don't know the momentum, the sequence of their play. So I'm not just going to put my money. People just bet anyway. Some people are compulsive better. Like you must bet. So far there's match, you must bet. No, I don't they put my money for. I'm not addicted to it. I just sometimes look, okay, there is these two odds. Let me put 100,000 and see and turn it into 200,000 because I need to fix one thing or the other. I could go 6 months without putting a bet. But some people just do it like regularly. Every day they must bet. I don't think it's the best thing to do anyway. Savik is a good morning, Nalagote, and Aki. Okay, that's not the spelling, it's EKI. There's no E in front of it. Okay, it said France and Spain are potential semi-finalists. I agree with you. But that's Spain. I think my jury is still out on them. He said Europe to win the World Cup. Argentina and Brazil, you tip won't win it. Okay, no problem. Kaliji 19 is saying good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Well done, sir, for all your effort. Thank you very much. Kali, long time. Where's my jersey? Mr. Smile is said retain a coach that is using two hazards. Martinez, you're in trouble. He said, nah, not for me. Okay. Belgium, glory has gone. Martinez should go. A good coach should have won a trophy with that Belgium squad in the past 4 years. Unfortunately, he did not win it. Mr. Smiley says, nice one. Belgium, that's on your commentary. I think that's when you said that nice one. Belgium has consistently ranking number 1 for some time now, but nothing to show for it. February disappeared yesterday. Okay, I don't know what that means. What that means? February disappeared yesterday. Mr. Smile is the best World Cup yet. Okay, I like that one. How would
I think he meant the brand now.
How? Okay, maybe. How would he say 1978 and 86? You dare alive? You see
it now.
I'm not aware. You see alive? You see alive? You see? Saviki said, for me, the World Cup has been so interesting. It has divide. Wow, bros, your phone don't start that madness again. Oh, divide the tradition of big team. I think that defy. Okay, beating smaller teams. Okay, Mr. Smiley, this boy, that's you. And 69 Lima says it's been a great World Cup, good, surprising result. 4 years is too much. I wish it happens every 2 years. It brings nations together. The joy in Saudi Arabia, nothing else can give them that joy. I agree with you. And this one is coming from Creator Kore. He said, "What do you think about Cameroon versus Serbia? Serbia might beat them all. That Cameroon team. I don't like the way they played in their first game anyway, but let's be positive." Savik, he said, "Is Germany is a flop so far. They've got 1 point, so they are dangerous." He said, "I think Benedict can see why we bind De Bruyne for Fabregas. Okay, we bind De Bruyne for Fabregas the other day. I've always said that my problem with Kevin De Bruyne is if the team, the whole team is the collective are doing well, Kevin De Bruyne is your amazing player. But when it comes to the point where you need him to take the team on his shoulder and make it happen all by himself, Kevin De Bruyne does not deliver. Kevin De Bruyne always disappears. Once the pressure goes up, you not see him doing his face like orphan when they abandon, when they not give food. No. I'm not a Kevin De Bruyne like, oh, one player that I want to sign. Nah, it's not a guy.
Seriously?
He doesn't have a fight in him. He's talented, he's got talent, but there is the place where you need to bring your fight to the party. He doesn't have that dog fight in him, and it's always a problem. He doesn't command the midfield.
So what's your current 11 right now? Current 11.
Even my current 11, he won't be there. He won't be in my midfield. He wouldn't. He wouldn't. Mr. Smile said the right wing back for Ecuador. Yeah, Picado, or what's his name? Yeah, that's a very, very good player. Sir Vicky said Mbappe is living up to the billing. CR7 is yet to live to the billing. It doesn't have a billing to live up to. Let me tell you, it's not going to. That guy shook hand inside the PP. I shot something from there. I now see didn't you see the video? Cristiano Ronaldo put his hand inside the PP. Inside the transformer down below. Bring it out and eat something. Yeah, girl. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh god, that's not. I don't understand. If that's not juju, I don't know what that is. Mrs. Smile says Saudi Arabia can play football. Who would have thought that? But I don't like the way they capitulated against Poland, and then missing that penalty was just crazy for me. Well, they already have Rolls Royce. Yeah, Rolls Royce owners now. So, but I think they should win their last game and qualify. I beg. They should just win their last game and qualify. I don't care. The way they play, they should just keep it going. You can't beat Argentina and play that well and then not make progress in the tournament. I think it will be sad for me. Okay, Keodofia said the Portuguese coach sub not top notch, bringing in William Carvalho when they were on the front foot, took the attacking sting away from the team and allowed the Ghanaian to come at them. I agree with you. I think that substitution, because I was watching in between directing what we were doing on the production and all that, and it's like, oh, this substitution is not worth it. Okay, I still stand with my Argentina prediction. I don't think Argentina, something is missing with the Argentina team. The flow, their transition is something is not there. Maybe they will kick it off after the group stage, because the thing about World Cup is teams become different after the group stage. So I think they might kick it off after the group stage. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. KOW say, Baba, have you seen KDB in this World Cup? So same at international level. Always disappearing anyway. A vanishing spray now. Mrs. Smile said they have maintained their high press football and good in possession. Mrs. Smile said Avi Renard is cooking. You better cook something well, because you can't beat Argentina, finish and then get knocked out in the group stage. I won't be happy. That's your toughest opponent. If you beat them, then you should get results against at least one of the remaining two teams. CR7 is say now play that kind of play when in this small. That's okay. CR7 no play that kind of play when in this small. That's why he's doing it now. Disgusting. According to my son. Disgusting. That is disgusting. Disgusting. All right, if you want to join in on the conversation, you can 07025000069. Which players have impressed you? Player, goalkeeper, and the rest, and which one have flopped? Like Kevin De Bruyne flop. Which other player again that have really not done well? I've seen the German. What's the German forward line now? Kai Havertz. It's not there. It's not there. Even Leroy Sané, I was hoping on Leroy Sané and Serge Gnabry that they were going to come to the party and do well, but nothing happened. It's just that guy that came in and scored that equalizer yesterday. Player that was playing in the lower tier last year. I mean, he scored his first national team goal at the age of 29, and see where stories like Jamie Vardy for me, Very, very amazing stories. Good, but other than that, the German team is shit. Okay, Tammy Pekerebia. He said the Brania is a system merchant at City. His comments about their chances show his mindset. Yeah, that's my point. Dijala Ufoma, when Chelsea sold him, no one understand. He is not willing to fight when it matters most. The guy said he wanted to walk into the midfield of Chelsea. Then, Tammy, I showed up again and said, every day, especially this World Cup, I see why Modric won World. Man, what Modric is playing football. Modric is balling. What Modric for me does not have any point to prove. I really don't care what he does again. As a football player, he's hit the height and nothing more. I don't want anything more from him. Any other thing now is the icing on the cake, is the extra. He's giving me the full cake from the bakery and with all the berries and everything that comes with it. Any other extras now, it's just okay. You still have the crosses, you still have the shots, you still have the touches, you still have the movement. God, low in speed now, but Luka Modric is just that guy. He's got a fight in him. Kevin De Bruyne doesn't have that fight. Like, Kevin De Bruyne is not a guy who wants to wrestle an opponent down, risking a card, who wants to be all up in your face. He doesn't know how to do it. Like, Kevin De Bruyne come across to me as somebody who was bullied all through his life. So he's a bit too cautious and too careful. You know, okay, let me use this word. You don't get jagged for everybody. I don't see. I like my star players to be a bull. That's why I like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Okay, that's also one of the weak side of Lionel Messi. Like, it's too nice. It's got to be a beast, but for the kind of goals he score and what he does on the field, you could forgive him. But for Kevin De Bruyne, nah, in the middle of the park, you got to have a fight in you, man. Adichala Foma says, I'm rooting, but I'm routing right there. I'm rooting for Saudi Arabia. I will cry if they don't make it to the next round. Save your tears. Don't cry for me, Argentina. No, you don't need to cry, okay? The dependency on Messi is too much. Once you crowd the midfield, they all go lost. Mexico gave them space. Yes, so much space, and especially in the second half of that game. Okay, but nobody's talking about England. England started this tournament like a house on fire. Like, hey, they find a magical formula that will tear everybody apart. And then somewhere along the line, England against USA, it was football against soccer. And I felt, okay, you know, this is a chance for England to knock them out and send George Weah back to his country as president. I just want to ask people out there this question, okay? Do you think it was a good thing for George Weah to take presidential jet, to take a private jet, go to Qatar, sit down, and be supporting the US? Remember, the President of the United States of America is back home doing state duties. Do you think it's the right thing? Like, I mean, is again the normal African thing where people abuse power? Because I think that that's abuse of office. You know, you're going to the World Cup to go support. I don't understand that part anyway. But, I mean, I want to hear from you guys. Johnny, hey, my guy. Johnny Gafa, he said, I think and hope Ghana will win today. I do hope so. Because if they don't, well, it's bye-bye to Jati. They better go. Hey, Kreta Jale, good morning. How you doing? They better win. If they don't win, I don't know. But like I was saying, I need you guys to give me an opinion on this. Now, I don't have a problem with George Weah's son playing for the US. I don't have a problem with that. Because he was born and raised there, he's already accepted that America is his country. His father becoming a president of Liberia is a different conversation, right? He wouldn't just change. That would not be nice. But my own is putting state duties aside and going to the World Cup that you're going to support your son does not really go well with me. I don't know how you guys see it, but I need to hear your opinion. George Weah moving states, using state fund to go to the World Cup to just go sit down, especially for a country that does not have a single stadium that can host an official game, and you are judged upon where. You know, I said this thing in one forum and everybody was chewing me. And I think that this is my opinion. I think George Weah is a failure. As a politician, I'm sorry, but that's what I think. I don't know what you guys think, but give me your opinion on this one. Okay. And this for I say, hardly do you have a midfielder at this age and still playing with grit and finesse. Modric is both and the conductor and driver. Absolutely correct. I beg, leave England, make them just they play, they go. I beg go, make them thank God. Additional from us want to say, where Judge where na failure. Tell me if Arabia, I say, make we leave England matter. Now hi, I was wondering when last they won a serious nation at the World Cup. Judge Way, the cash cruise with status. Johnny Gafford say African leaders are a god to themselves. They can do what they want to no accountability or zero accountability. Sorry, and I agree with you on that one because I think I mean I don't have a problem with his son choosing to play for America. Like I said before, if he choose Liberia, I would not even say it's a football field to play on. So I understand that is his career choice. Is a man separate from his father. It's a separate entity from his dad. I agree. You know, my son is not me. My son might be my son. Uh, 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 you know, but we are two separate entities, and he's not going to be judged by my standards. He's going to make his own life and decide his own career path. But Judge Ware going to the World Cup, sitting down there smiling, shining his teeth like go to the roast. That one I don't understand. Kevin up and say Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, I think I've read that before. And Krita Dalisi King in their feet. Thank you very much, bro. Kevin up and say Cody Gapco, Musiala, and Valencia, and the Dutch goalkeeper Bellingham. These are just the ones I can remember that have impressed. Every name you've mentioned here have truly impressed. And Mrs. Smiley says, feels sometime of the way sharp, won't lie. He don't leave country with him, babe. She could run Liberia from that. You guys are crazy. Esteban Mendez, he said he's first a father before a president. I don't think it's bad to go support his son with state money. That's lack of accountability, you know. And that's making excuse for lack of accountability. Creator Ideale, he said, good morning. That's the fact. He's a leader of a nation and father to call to all Liberians. He should show some respect to the citizens he represents. For me, my opinion, bros, you say he's a father first. I agree. For me, Judge Ware is being reckless with state money. That money to go to the World Cup, that private jet. My question is that money budgeted in the state budget? Liberia needs a stadium desperately, and I don't think that. This is my opinion, and everybody's entitled to the opinion. I'm going to respect it, but for me, Judge Ware is being reckless. I beg. There's no other country where their president will do that. Okay, this is the World Cup. Highest you send your minister to go there. Okay, so to tell me that you are going there to support, nah, that excuse doesn't work. You're the president of a sovereign nation, and you are not going to support your colonizer. The people who saw you not good enough to stay in their country, they ship you and go and dump you on an island to actually die. Read your history properly and understand what this is. And then you, nah. It's one of the reasons why no matter what you say, how you do it, I will never, ever love the British. I don't care what anybody says. I will never, I follow the Premier League, but I'm not going to wake up one morning and say, oh, England, nah. I can't support them in any football tournament. No matter England, no. These guys colonizers, these guys are majorly part of the reason why we are where we are today. I can't wake up and I go crazy about England can't win a game and I'll be excited for what? I don't even want to see them winning matches. I invest in the win match. You never play against Satoma and Principal. I want Satoma and Principal to beat England. That's me. Hate me for it, but that's the truth. Okay? You can't cause all the havoc for my country and I'm still running after you. No, it doesn't work like that for me. So Judge Ware, no. KOW said for Ware, he was there for his son and not the American. But then again, his position as a president puts him in a difficult position. But nevertheless, he shouldn't have been there. On that note, he was wrong. Okay, thank you very much for your analysis. A beautiful one as well. Sir Vicky, it's unfair to use state fund for such personal interest. If he was invited officially, that would have been justified. Nobody invited him. He just going to go superimpose himself there. Let me ask Benedict. Benedict, what's your position? Judge Ware, president of a country, going to going to Qatar for the World Cup to go support his son, tweeting about it, doing all those things, all those drama about it. What do you have to say?
Well, first of all, I'm not going to throw shades at him, man, 100%.
You're entitled to your opinion.
We don't know for sure if he used state funds to go for
No, it's my money. I gave him loan.
Wait,
It's a big Cubana that gave him the money.
we don't know if he uses personal money, so we can't just
Personal money.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. He earns money now.
Doesn't he have a duty as a president? So
Yeah, he
who's
does.
running that now?
Someone else.
So it's the Buhari of Liberia now. Okay.
But you can't be sure he didn't use his salary to go on that trip.
I hear you.
You can't be sure.
How many trips have you seen George Weah go with a private jet before now?
Nah, none. I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any.
I'm just asking, like, it doesn't have a tradition of always traveling with private jets?
No, it doesn't. But if it's state fund, that's where the bad part comes into play. And then the private jet, I feel like whether it's your own money or so far you represent a nation, you could come as a normal and every other person. So I felt like if it's state funds, then that's 100%.
How many other countries' presidents are there in Qatar right now?
No, apart from
Okay. I rest my case.
Germany.
Your Lordship, I rest my case. Okay, Benedict, I rest my case. Let's go. Germany brought their president. They brought a prime minister.
Okay,
a minister.
Okay.
They brought a minister. Where did I stop again? Edition Lavuma is saying, well, na failure. Tammy Pekarabia say, make we leave England. Matter now. Now, hi. I was wondering when last they want. Okay, I think I've read that one before. Johnny Gaffa, he said African leaders are a god to themselves. I think I've read that as well. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of the show. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. Esra Mendes says, no other president has a son playing now. Okay, it doesn't really matter, does it? Son is playing for the United States of America, not Liberia. That's conflict of interest. Okay, if Weah is not being president, no one would have cared where his child chooses to pledge loyalty. You need to know that now. Someone does something is how they does everything. I really don't care how he chooses to where his son play. Like I said, I don't have a problem with his son choosing because the career that I've chosen have got nothing to do with my parents. The path that I've chosen have nothing to do. My children will grow up one day and decide what they want to do. Like I always say, I'm not going to Japan. When my children grow up to become adult and they decide, I don't want to stay in Nigeria, I can only advise them, but I can't force them. So it's their choice. I don't have a problem with Timothy where he chooses to play, scoring for it. I don't have a problem with that. I just have a problem with the way George Weah have gone. It doesn't sit well with me. It's not an example for me in all of the conversation. So I don't know how to put it, but this is something that you see we take for granted when it comes to African leaders. I'm telling you, if it was a British leader that did that, they will be called to question. Okay, they'll call. Is it not just party that this guy did during COVID that everybody was on him? What's it called? Boris Johnson. Just a birthday party during COVID. Your African presidents or leaders would organize parties and you don't even have a say-so on it. Okay, so that's my point. My own is the accountability side of it. I don't care where his son chooses to play. I don't even have the right to question that. Okay, but I just think that George Weah have not, for the optics, have not done it well. I don't know. Lord Mayor say, boss, how this World Cup they beef for your side? I don't retire to bet to this World Cup. It just they go opposite. So first off, I always give this advice. When national teams are playing competition, whether it's the African Cup of Nations, the Euros, the Nations League, the World Cup, Copa America, it is almost impossible to bet. I don't think it is the right thing to bet. If you're betting too, so the best place to win money is always league matches. Okay, club football is where the money is. The gamble when it comes to national team is more of a gamble than a concise betting pattern. Even with VAR in sports now, in football, it's also very hard to bet accurately in club football. But club football is easily more predictable. There's a pattern to it. But national team football, there's no pattern. Japan beats Germany, lost to Costa Rica. Saudi Arabia beats Argentina, lost to Poland. It doesn't make sense. So there is nothing, there's no formula, there's no sequence, there's no pattern to it. You know, when you say betting, the way it is easy to predict betting is pattern. If you can follow the pattern, identify the pattern, you would easily be able to bet and see how it goes. But then when you look at betting at national teams competition, there's so many ways. You can't tell who the coach will play. You can't tell what rotation he wants to do, who's going to come in and who's not going to come in. there is no long sustained sequence before they get into that sequence of okay, now so that they play for this tournament don't end. Some of them don't come out, and every opposition comes with a different style and approach. So you're going to be very, very lucky. It's going to be like the highest luck for you to win when you're betting on national teams. But for clubs, you could tell the consistency rate of how Haaland will play if he's fit, how Arsenal will play if all their players are available. Take for instance, when they come back from this World Cup now, the first 4 games, I'm not going to bet on anything because it doesn't make sense. I don't know what players coming back. I don't know what mood they're coming back for. Going before the World Cup, were they playing? The question I always ask myself: were they playing at that tempo because they want to go to the World Cup? Now the World Cup have been come and gone, and some players are not happy that they were not picked, so their performance level will drop because they're still dealing with the psychological defect of their rejection. Take for instance the Firmino. Firmino might not play well again. He's showing pictures, sending us pictures of him enjoying with his wife and family. Well, but he might not play well. So if I see him in the Liverpool lineup, I'm not going to bet on Liverpool. For that reason, I'm not going to bet on them. Mo Salah didn't go to the World Cup. Will he feel bad or not feel bad? Okay, and some other players. Okay, those ones that went to the World Cup that also performed very well, would they come back with burnout, with an ego, a chip on their shoulder, feeling like I just come back from the World Cup? We're all humans. All of those things you have to calculate psychologically before you put your money, because you don't want to put your money and start getting angry. Would they come back and start feeling, I'm a big boy, okay? Look at the Chelsea players, for instance. If England keep progressing, they're going to come back with the chips on their shoulder. Like it's not them, it's the team that's not doing well. If they flop, the English fans, the normal English fans, the way they behave. Don't forget that yesterday, Morocco beat Belgium, and in Belgium, there was riots. Vandalizing cars. They were doing wadu. Even though there was so much violence in the streets of Belgium, and it didn't happen in Africa, so it didn't make the major headlines. Nobody's talking about it, but that happened. So if you look at things like that, you say some of these players will come back not the way they went to the World Cup. So you are going to let them stay for another 4 weeks, and then 4 game day, and then you start saying. So the pattern for me is a team like Arsenal play your first game against West Ham on the 26th on my birthday. The good thing is whether Arsenal win or lose, they are going to go into the new year still on top of the league table. But let's hope that they win so that they maintain that 5-point gap. I'm hoping that Man City can drop 1 2 so that they can go to 8 points or whatever it is. Okay, but my point here is you have to understand those ones before you start churning out your money so that you don't get frustrated and start getting high blood pressure and start feeling like the world is against you. The world is not against you. It just does not have the time to study pattern. There's this thing I say to people. We go to school to study. We learn handwork. But people want to bet without even taking time to study anything. People don't want to understand the patterns. Even with the patterns, you still can't predict human behavior cannot be predicted 100%. Even God might not be able to predict human behavior 100%. That's why he left some people in the garden and he came back and drive them out of the garden. Okay, I put two guys with fire sword at the entrance of the garden. Point is, you can't predict human behavior, and football is about human behavior. It's humans that are on the field. It's gonna be very, very difficult. But for national team, nah, I don't bet on national team. I just watch, enjoy, laugh when I need to laugh, analyze when I need to analyze, and move on. Well, we've come to the end of the show today, Monday, first working day of the week. Yes, really coming to an end now, And we're going to see tomorrow is another day for us. Benedict, any parting shots?
Well, we didn't talk about today's games. That we totally just.
Ooh, we skipped it, and I put it on my marker. It's there on my screen. Oh God!
So I'm just going to be quick about that. So Cameroon take on Serbia. Cameroon have a very, very good and lethal squad, but Serbia, the national team.
What is Cameroon playing their first game again?
Switzerland 1-0.
Well, what's leader in that squad?
the front line is
and they didn't even hit the bar.
But they had 8 shots on target. 8 shots rather. They had 8 shots in that game, more than Switzerland.
Move, bitch, get out of the way.
And the Switzerland player who scored is actually a Cameroonian. So, but I expect.
And then Cameroonians went to start attacking his father's house in Cameroon. Now you guys are crazy.
But I expect at least Cameroon should at least get their first goal. Cameroon and Serbia one of them should get their first goal in this competition in that way. I think it's going to be.
What are you expecting them to win or draw?
I expect Cameroon to win because of Samuel to. They need to find something there. Then South Korea.
I have to go where Boots can play this match.
South Korea, and Uruguay, there was no single shot on target for the first time. FIFA recorded no shot on target in a World Cup match. pretty bad for a team that had one had Singing Son, the other had David Nunes, Luis Suarez, and the likes. But South Korea will take on Ghana. So Ghana. So why did I say Ghana? I think Ghana should win. They better win, but they better win. That's going to be the best that can happen.
South Korea beat Ghana.
No. Ghana beat South Korea.
South Korea beat Ghana.
I'm not confused.
Charlie, South Korea will beat Ghana.
No, Ghana should beat South Korea. They really want to qualify.
Okay.
Then Brazil, Switzerland, Brazil should win. Although they've lost
Neymar is out of the World Cup.
But they have the only substitution they made in that game against.
Are they going to regret not bringing Gabriel Barbosa to this World Cup? Can they go?
No, they're not.
Team is good, right?
They're good. Okay. But Brazil, Switzerland, Brazil should win despite Neymar being out to the side. At least they have that. The good thing about the squad is that they have reinforcement and every single part. The only substitution they made in that game against Serbia right now were only attackers. Not even a midfielder or defender was.
There was no need.
Even Bruno Guimaraes, I felt like hot boy for Newcastle.
There was no need.
Portugal finished off the game against Uruguay. The game I can't wait for is Uruguay Ghana though. But Portugal will take on Uruguay.
The game might not be important if Ghana don't win today. That game will be a friendly match.
Oh my god. Yeah. But Portugal might most likely Uruguay.
So if Portugal, let's say hypothetically, let's just put it this way. Portugal wins today and South Korea wins today, like we say that one.
Okay.
It means that the Uruguay versus Ghana game will be a friendly game.
Well, Uruguay can still qualify
if they win with a large number of goals.
Yeah, against Ghana.
And then hope that Portugal
beat South Korea.
So
it's not all over.
That's calculator. But Ghana will be out.
Yeah, Ghana will be out.
Okay.
Just the same way Tunisia are out.
I'm saving my tweets for the final after Ghana play.
All right. So tomorrow, Iman Sebastian will be here. So do well to join us here on the Sport Buffet. It's been a lovely time with you inside that play.
Yeah, thank you very much. I've had fun with you as well. It's time for us to pack our bags and packages and get out of the studio. Thank you very much, everyone, for making it happen. Let's do it again tomorrow. You can always listen to us on www.elegbetatv.com/radio, or you can download the mobile application on your Android phones. Elegbeta TV Radio, that's the mobile app. That's the name to search on your Play Store, and we're good to go. It's been myself and Benedict Eki today. Let's do this again tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after, and the day after. Sports Buffet is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mondays to Fridays. If I'm not here, Benedict is here. We always do it. I'm not going to be here on Wednesday anyway. I'm going to school. But tomorrow I'll be here. There will not be live stream, We'll do a good job. Thank you very much, Benedict. God bless you and everybody out there as well.